In this video, we're going to be talking about how to increase stomach acid naturally, so keep watching. I absolutely love gut health, all things gut health, and improving stomach acid and digestive enzymes is my jam. So one thing I'm going to start off with, of course, is that if you are taking an acid blocker, a PPI-H2 receptor, something over the counter like Tums, please understand that all these other things, you can do them, but they really won't make a difference. You have to technically be off stomach acid reducing medications to really get a handle on increasing stomach acid naturally. You can't go against the grain. Now, I'm not telling you to go cold turkey. Please do not. Please work with your doctor in weaning off of this and creating a game plan around this, because PPI, this is not a long-term solution. Unfortunately, I see this a lot of being a long-term solution, but this is why I fell in love with functional medicine, of getting down to the root cause. Because if you do have too much stomach acid, why? We need to constantly be asking why to these things, okay? So heads up, if you're taking acid blocking medications, the rest of this video really doesn't matter. This is your number one priority. Number two is going to be, one, reducing your stress. Going into your meal time, not rushing, not in fight or flight. We need to get into rest and digest mode. We need to stimulate the vagus nerve, which is a chief nerve in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest. And when we are in our rest and digest, our digestive enzymes and acid and all that stuff is just flowing as it should be. Now, with that, reducing stress and creating such calm surroundings of mealtime, it's also chewing and eating slowly. We need to make sure that we're chewing our food, because there's enzymes that are starting to communicate all the way down to encourage the rest of the flow and motility of your gut. But it's also having enzymes that's already pre-breaking down your food. And of course, the physical chomping down to the food is making it easier for your body to digest. So please slow down, reduce stress, and eat slowly. Now, there are some things that you can be doing with mealtime to help encourage. You can be doing bitters as in supplements, or bitters as in food. Things like arugula and artichoke and citrus rinds and coffee and radishes and dandelion greens. These are all naturally bitter foods that can help stimulate stomach acid, and even a little bit of diluted apple cider vinegar can help as well. Now, with the approval of your practitioner, maybe even some digestive enzymes and beta-18-HCl can also be very helpful. This is, again, not a long-term solution. I would even look at this as a natural band-aid as well. We need to be making sure that we're changing our diet and our lifestyle to naturally be making stomach acid. These supplements are helpful for when you're in, the midst of figuring things out, but it's just like stomach acid reducing medication. It's not the long-term goal. Some nutrients that you need to be aware of that actually create stomach acid is going to be having good zinc levels and making sure you're getting your salt, you're getting your sodium. These two things are needed to produce stomach acid. So we need to let go of the fear of we need to eat low sodium. We need salt. When you're eating healthy foods anyway, and you're not eating a lot of processed foods, and you're not eating a lot of frozen meals, then naturally we have to salt our food. One, to make it taste good, but two, to get salt, because we're not getting it in any other aspect. And then with zinc, I don't want you to run out and grab a zinc supplement. I want you to make sure that you are focusing in on zinc-rich foods first. Things like oysters and seafood and red meat. Animal proteins, I feel like, are one of the best bioavailable forms of zinc, but there's also things like sesame seeds and pumpkin seeds that have zinc in it as well. All about diversity in your diet. So please make sure to incorporate these things. And one thing I almost forgot to tell you is that I don't want you to run out and get supplementation, because a lot of nutrients are besties with each other, and copper and zinc are besties, where if you have too much of one, it can throw off the other. So there needs to be a balance in between the two. And that's why I love food, because nature is smart. And a lot of the times these nutrients come together in perfect amounts. And one more thing before you go is making sure that you do not have an H. pylori infection. We are able to look in this in our stool test. We don't diagnose, but we can definitely see if it's an issue and if there's something that we can naturally help support your body in getting rid of H. pylori. Unfortunately, H. pylori can create an enzyme called urease, which means it will make your stomach less acidic so the H. pylori can live its best life. We don't want it to always live its best life. We need our stomach acid. So that could be a root cause to why you're having trouble with stomach acid issues. And that's something that you can work with your practitioner. So go down below and not only subscribe, but check out our description. We have a lot of links in there that I would love for you to use. Joining our free community so we can chat and you can learn about this stuff. Booking a free 15-minute phone call with our team if you are ready to take that step in working one-on-one with someone, getting the right testing. Our practitioners are awesome, and this is something that we specialize in with digestive health and hormones. We would love to see you. We have lots of options of how to connect with us on Instagram and Facebook, and we'd love to see you there. So, see you next time.